this way.
So yeah, dope song. Let's dive in. Yo, what's up guys? It's Chunky, a track I produced with a really good mate of mine, dope singer, dope artist, Mami. So I just wanted to do a little breakdown and yeah, let's get it.
Ain't nobody feel this way. When I'm alone, all I can erase. Every moment on replay. The way it feels when you sing my name. No, I can't help think of it. And every touch and every kiss. You got me hooked and I can't explain. Ain't nobody feels this way.
So yeah, dope song. Love it. Quite a simple song in like how it's sort of built out. Let's dive in. So for the bass, started off with this mad just drone that I really liked. I thought this was really, really cool, you know. Sort of the vibe. It's like dark liquid drum and bass. That's what we're going for. So I was like, yep, nailed it. And then what I've done in this, you know, like hook pre-drop section and then in the drop as well is cut between this bass and I think it's this bass here. Yeah. Because I loved the movement on some of those notes, but I didn't want it to happen all the time. So instead of automating a whole bunch of stuff, I just bounced in place and switched between them whenever I wanted to change. And open up the filter a little bit on that normal one just to give it a little bit more grit. So I thought that was pretty cool. The next would be the atmospheric layers and, you know, like all of these like sounds that are making up the vibe of the track. So we got just like two notes, you know, but mixed in with all the other stuff, it just gives this like really almost creepy. Is really low in the background. But when it's mixed with this extra block, it just gives it that, just that extra little layer of fun. And then something that's probably doing a lot of the heavy lifting would be this vocal Atmos, which is Arcade by Output, just one of the vocal patches in there. Pluck Sky Keys, Atmos layer is Serum, and the other Atmos layer is Serum as well. So, you know, that's really like the crux of the track, you know what I mean? And then as we go on, we got this little guy here that gets added. Just building the energy of the track. And then in terms of the vocals, so for this track, Mami sent me an idea that she'd recorded at, well, I can't even remember what BPM. It was probably like 130 BPM or something. And one of the things we did for Lonely was a similar thing to this, where the vocal was recorded at a lower tempo. So what we had to do was speed it up, and I've got the, as you can see, I've got the very speed on to get into that tempo range that we wanted to have the feeling of the track. When it's sped up, obviously the tone of her vocal is completely different.
Late at night when I should be sleeping.
Form is completely shifted because it's been pitched up. That's how it's able to retain a lot of the depth and body of the actual vocal without it completely degrading. So what I've done is to get that to a point where it sounds a little bit more natural. I've just got pitch wheel on and I've kept the pitch as is because we don't need to change that, but just brought the formant down a little bit so that it gives us a little bit more of, I guess, closer to a natural vocal tone.
Late at night when I should be sleeping, I still feel your touch when I'm dreaming. Try to tell myself you ain't been feeling.
And then one of my favorite reverb delay plugins at the moment, Spaced Out by Baby Audio. I've got this on just to really sit it in the world.
Late at night when I should be sleeping, I still feel your touch when I'm dreaming. Try to tell myself you ain't been feeling, so I can see my heart when you be leaving.
And then that's the melodic parts, you know what I mean? So
late at night when I should be sleeping, I still feel your touch when I'm dreaming. Try to tell myself you ain't been feeling.
I've got got some delay throws and formant changes for the vocal repeats and things like.
Feels this way.
Yeah, so on some of the delays, I changed the formant a little bit just to, give it a little bit of a different vibe. Drums and percussion, super simple, I just wanted that textbook liquid drum and bass vibe. I didn't want to try and recreate the wheel or anything like that. So in this like pre-drop section, I just got a little...
About you. Tell myself that I should think about you less. Don't know what I'd do if I'm without you. Oh, I pray to God that this doesn't end.
The effects here.
Ain't nobody feel this way.
Outlier, giving us a little bit of time as well.
Every moment on replay. The way
Hats come in filtered.
No, I can't help think of it. And every touch and every kiss. You
And this drum build.
Ain't nobody feels this way.
That's what the drums are, these two things. Just running through Orion, love to start me up, love that preset. So I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. I just want a little bit more out of the drums, give it a little bit more filth. This guy, one of my favorite guys. And then just to give it like another layer of like actual chordal information, like a bit of depth, a bit of size. Just this Sky Keys synth. Love Sky Keys, man. It's got some beautiful sounds in there.
Ain't nobody feels this way. Didn't think that I would ever find you. Now I'm scared that you might find you someone.
And that's No Longer Lonely by Mami. Thanks for watching.